Before we talk about microphones, we need to talk about recording. Now we can record either to a camera or to a second device. These devices could be as simple as, say, an iPhone 6, a Marantz PPM 661, which I use a lot for the buzz, or a Zoom H4n, which I use a lot for location recording. But all of these devices have got built-in microphones. They have multiple connections. How do you decide what to use? Well, that's what I want to talk about first. For instance, here on the iPhone, if you look really closely, you'll see that there's an 1/8" mini plug and there's a lightning connector. The 1/8" mini plug uses what's called a high impedance connector. It's an okay connection, but it tends to be susceptible to hum and tends to limit the quality of the microphone you work with. You're much better off working with the lightning connector with a device like Sennheiser provides, which is a Sennheiser mic with automatic analog to digital conversion built into it, plugs in via the lightning connector, and you get much higher quality audio recorded to your iPhone. And there's any of a number of different iPhone applications that'll record whether the audio comes in over the little mini plug or over the lightning connector. Both the Marantz and the Zoom recorders have built-in microphones. For instance, here on the Zoom, let me just turn power on while we're waiting. It's the slider switch on the side. Okay, notice this XY kind of microphone. What this does is you hold it like this, and this microphone picks up you, and that microphone picks up them, and you've got a perfect audio recorder. But on the other side, we also have these XLR connectors for more professional microphone connections. Which one should you use? Well, if all you're doing is recording the sound and you don't care about the quality, using the built-in mics is perfectly okay. It gives you good recording. You can hear what's being said. Think news reporter recording a discussion, just having some sort of audio record of what was talked about. But if you're going to do this and you care about the quality, these mics aren't very good. Why? Because, one, you don't want to see this. You're going to have to hold it out of the shot, and then it gets too far away, and then your mic starts to get hollow, and it's not so good. Instead, what you want to do is you want to plug in via these XLR connectors on the bottom. But if you plug in via the XLR connectors, now you got to decide, do I want to turn the automatic gain control circuit on, the AGC, and what levels do I record at? Well, I talked about that during the slides. Generally, you want the AGC turned off because it tends, especially on less expensive devices, to clip the audio. It gives you sort of a fat, blatty sound, which you don't want. And you want to record instead with your audio levels around -12. Now, as you look at your camera, there's little dividers on it, and generally -12 is going to be just the point where the lights go from green to red. You want to record a little bit softer. Why? That way, if your talent gets excited, you've got headroom. And most audio applications and nonlinear video editors allow you to bring the gain up to 6 or 12 dB, which gives you all the room that you need to make the audio as loud as you need for distribution without running the risk of distorting it while you're recording. Which gets to another issue. If we look at the menu choices here, we have the ability to choose between a WAV file or an MP3 file. We can record at 96 kilohertz or 48 kilohertz or 44.1. These are the sample rates we looked at before. So what do you set? When in doubt, always record a WAV file. Don't record MP3. MP3s are smaller, but they throw away a lot of your audio data. Keep as much of the data as you can while you're recording. Throw it away later when you're getting ready to go to distribution. Always record a WAV file. If you have to record an MP3 file, record at the highest bit rate it provides. The higher the bit rate, the higher the potential quality. There's no real advantage for audio interviews, for instance, to record at a sample rate greater than 48K. So set a 48K sample rate, 16 or 24-bit depth, WAV file, and some devices record AIF, but most of them record WAVs or MP3s. Set it to WAV, 48K, 16 or 24-bit, and you're going to have great audio. Now here, again, you look at the menu, and you can see exactly what your choices are. Pick the choice that you want, and you're good to go. So when you're working with digital recorders, always use a professional mic, plug it in via the connector so you can get good quality sound. Record in a WAV format, and any of these recorders will give you wonderful sound. This has been an excerpt of a recent Power Up webinar looking at how to record great sound. And for the complete version of this online training, please visit our store at larryjordan.com/store and look for Webinar 161. By the way, if you need to stretch your training dollars, a membership to our video training library saves you money and time. You can access all of our videos for a low monthly price of only $19.99. That's more than 1,200 movies, hundreds of hours of training, all in depth and all up to date. Plus, members can attend any of our Power Up webinars for free. Our training covers Apple and Adobe software. We update it every week. And for more information, visit larryjordan.com/membership. And thanks